We begin with the exhibit making a stop in Fresno that takes a look at the horrors of the Holocaust. Central Valley Today begins right now. Over 2 million visitors have viewed the Simon Wiesenthal Center's traveling exhibition on the Nazi Holocaust, The Courage to Remember, since its opening. Unlike any other exhibit, it displays over 200 original photographs and offers compelling new insights into the Holocaust. Joining us now is Dr. Alfred Balitzer, chairman of the Foundation for California. I know you're from Southern California, Doctor. Welcome to Fresno, and thank you for being on Central Valley today.
I've spent many days and months in Fresno. I love Fresno. I like the people in Fresno. I like the diversity of Fresno, so I'm happy to be back.
Oh, we are pretty great, huh? Okay. Let's talk about this exhibit and a courage to remember, and what makes it so different from any other traveling exhibit out there at this point.
This exhibit has received international acclaim. It was created by the Museum of Tolerance, which is the educational wing of the Simon Wiesenthal Center. It opened on the 50th anniversary of Kristallnacht in Germany, which is the night of the broken glass, when the campaign against Jews really first began. And it makes it singular because it covers the entire Holocaust from the very beginning to the dreadful end.
And how long has it been traveling here in California?
In the early 90s, we took it on tour throughout the state. Okay. But now we're on our third venue. Started in Long Beach, Sacramento, and now Fresno.
20 years later, that message is still as powerful as it was back then, isn't it?
Still as powerful.
All right. Let's take a look at some of the images right now that we're seeing on the air. Can you describe, this is what people will experience, and that's what they'll get to see, pictures and photographs like this one?
Exactly. You'll see more pictures and less text because the pictures speak for themselves.
Tell me about the foundation that's bringing this to Fresno.
Foundation for California was created in the mid-1980s to stir debate in California on key public policy issues from Native Americans to the Holocaust.
Okay, and why the Holocaust? Why choose this one, this issue?
Over a week ago, a little dry cleaning establishment outside Sacramento was firebombed. Before it was firebombed, swastikas were painted on the outside. And you know, the owner was not Jewish. He was a Palestinian Christian. What that means is that hate continues, especially race hate, ethnic hate continues. It's the oldest hate known to mankind. We hoped after the Holocaust it would have disappeared. It's still with us. We need to keep educating people about this.
Do you think that picture sometimes can be, and part of this expression, but an in-your-face kind of education?
Yes, but the Holocaust needs to be an in-your-face education.
Okay.
If you go at it too gently, you really miss the message of how terrible it was.
Do you think that the newer generations, our children, know about exactly what happened?
No.
That's a problem, isn't it?
That's the problem. I've been an educator for 38 years. People have a short time span. That's why we have to re-educate about the important moments in human history, beginning with the Holocaust.
And what does the Holocaust have to say to us today?
Has to say to us today that issues of race hatred, ethnic hatred continue and can lead to great harm against great numbers of people if we're not aware and if we don't do something to stop it. Indifference, moral indifference, played a big role in the Holocaust. It can play a big role now because moral indifference is in part stimulated by a lack of education.
Exactly, and that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to educate.
Right.
Give us an idea of the size of the exhibit.
The exhibit is 42 panels. Okay. Each panel is 8 feet tall. It's huge. And the panels, each one takes a different moment in the Holocaust with graphics and some text to explain what happened at the time.
Has there been a lot of interest in this type of exhibit here in Fresno? Because you're only hitting a handful of cities in the state.
Well, by the time we finish, we'll hit a lot more. Okay. And we're going to actually, after we finish opening this at Cal State Fresno, it's going to go in October 4, I believe, at the building that houses the Board of Education of Fresno. And it will be there for a couple of weeks. Okay. So we're not done with Fresno just when we start here. Okay. And you can only reach a few people at a time, but the response has been overwhelming. It's been overwhelming. Yesterday, we had in Sacramento a very nice family drive over 100 miles to be there for the opening.
Wow, well, this is going to be a big event, and I call it an event because it is really.
Yes.
And it's happening, as you mentioned, at Fresno State. Those are the specifics right there. It's happening tomorrow, Thursday, September 22nd.
At 4:30.
At 4:30. That's the opening,
That's
right?
the opening. Then it will be open every day from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. for the next week. And then in the early October, it's going to move to the County Board of Education building.
And there's a big ceremony tomorrow for its
indeed.
opening.
Absolutely.
And I understand that you are going to have the honor of having 2 Holocaust survivors there who are attending the exhibit
That's correct.
opening.
The Holocaust survivors are our special treasures.
Yeah.
They don't need documentation to tell them what happened in the Holocaust. They lived through it. And so when they speak about it, people understand far better than when a professor just narrates it.
Professor, can you tell us where exactly on the campus of Fresno State?
It's in the Student Union.
Okay.
It's on the ground floor of the building.
Student Union, ground floor, over at Fresno State on the campus there, starting at 4:30. That's when the opening of the exhibit starts. Well, it sounds really like a fascinating exhibit.
It's a must-see exhibit.
Definitely. Definitely must-see exhibit. There you have it, everybody. For more information, you can go to the website that you see there on your screen. Remember, tomorrow, make it a point to go to this exhibit, A Courage to Remember. Doctor, thank you so much for being here. It was wonderful talking to you.
Thank you very much.